I got my boy Jonathan G, aka G in the house. I got my man Dana over here.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's up, Jonathan G? I like that jersey you got on, man.
Oh yeah, I'm still representing, man. I'm gonna still represent, man.
Okay, all right.
We're gonna turn it into a throwback.
Yeah, right.
All right.
It'll come a dish rag after a while.
Right, before long.
It's gonna be a gun cleaning tool. Yo, real quick, this is Fair Weather Fan Podcast, y'all. As y'all can see, man, I got some football fans on in here with me, and today's topic is simply what is going on with the goddamn Cowboys, man. Gee, man, you got first up, man.
I got first up. Well, first off, again, if they tell everybody, man, I'm Johnson G. Local fella from Dallas. I moved East Texas. I want to tell my guy right there, good look on the KC hat. I'm right around the corner from Patrick Mahomes' neighborhood. You know.
Okay.
But all right, but to the Cowboys, what they got going in hand is absolute confusion. I believe they are blowing smoke, and head ring of the crew, I'm gonna say always, Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
it's about to ruin things. He tell us he wants to run the ball and gonna run the ball this year. And what do? We get rid of a running back, franchise tag a running back with a broke foot, and then we go trade for a wide receiver that it tied for the record for the most traded guy in NFL history. What are we doing?
Wow. I didn't even look at it that way, man. God,
I know, right?
You made some really, really good points, man. I just from my whole overall thing, man, I see it. I see 2 or 3 problems, man. Like from the Cowboys, from kind of like us, from a while ago, man. I mean, like y'all owner, man, it seemed like it really has cursed the team, man. With all the moves
absolutely,
made,
absolutely, right,
and all these
things. I couldn't do nothing but agree. I agree.
And then on McCarthy, I just don't think that he's the guy for the job. And then Dak, man, I just think Dak just won't get y'all over the hump, man. I mean, y'all got a really, really good team. Y'all defense is fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. Defense is fire. Brandon Cooks, I think that Brandon Cooks may be all right, man. You just gotta have somebody to throw to him, man. I mean, Dak he's just even Troy Aikman just said it, man. He just kind of like he just inconsistent, man. You can't get over the hump, man. Making decisions like that. So, I mean, but
man, I'm with y'all, both y'all, man. And this probably will turn into a bash Cowboy session, but I don't care. That's why I'm waiting on other Cowboy fans.
right.
It is what it is. Because
it is what it is.
Yeah. And Dana, just so you know, you see my man back there wearing 21, a Cowboy fan. I'm a Cowboy fan to the heart, but at the end of the day, I became a fair weather fan because we so sick and tired of Cowboys doing what they've been doing. So I'm unapologetically a fair weather fan of all of the other 31 teams because the Cowboys is doing some dumb stuff. What I'm looking at right now is just like what both of you guys said. Simple as put. Jerry Jones run that team. He gonna run that team like a business. And of course, I know I say that loosely, but at the end of the day, in the world of business, he can guarantee his shareholders money, but not necessarily win. That's what he's putting out there, because he make the most money on all sports, on all platforms, without winning. Right. And so why change your business model if you can do it for cheap? Franchise. You know what I'm saying? And hey, and y'all heard something I looked at too earlier last week. Now that's the reason why you give a guy guaranteed money. Because at the end of the day, you want him to be happy, but you know when it come down to the last few years, you can cut him all part ties with him. You see what I'm saying? You ain't worried about because hey, I'm gonna give him his money up front. So I give him what I want, but then at the end of the day, when I want to cut him, I can cut him. You know what I'm saying? That way he can take money right off to the sunset. And then because it ain't like he missing money, $4 billion worth of revenue. Come on now, man.
Right.
So I don't give a guy give a guy this money up front. I ain't afraid of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to the coaching situation, we all know, man. Mike McCarthy, we talk about all the time. Dane, I don't know about you, but the last time I got hired on the job, I ain't never had to go sit with my darn owner and CEO of TI in his crib to get the job. And then job before a job, and that was it. I ain't gonna have to come spend a night at your crib. They said something about Mike McCarthy, and I know this is sports and it's different, but I'm sorry, I don't know if I take a job or be willing to take a job. One of the stipulations is I gotta go nightcap with this cat. I don't understand.
Right. And Bill Parcells said it best when he was coach here. If you're gonna hire me to be the chef, let me go pick the ingredients and stuff from the store.
Yeah.
Right.
What Jerry Jones does is go get the offensive coordinator and then go get the coach.
Yeah.
That's backwards. You know.
Yeah.
That's absolutely backwards, you know. I don't see how they feel like that's going to work.
So, hey, I had a big argument with Big D. You already know how Big D is, my brother. And
Lord, is he on here? Get him on here.
I sent him a message. I'm trying to get him on here. He probably scared, man, because he already knows I had to hang up on him, man. And he was trying to go from some hey man, the Cowboys. He's making a lot of excuses for the Cowboys, and I get it, you know. And I was trying to understand, like, at the end of the day, what he was trying to say is that when you hire somebody, they there to do a job. So the offense coordinator there to do a job. So therefore, he got to be the play caller. I'm saying, okay, but what about coaching? The coaching can't upstage the offensive coordinator because the coach got to let this guy coach. And I get all that, but I'm with you. But at some point, as a head coach, when they turn around and let Kelly Moore go, I'm like, if I come out and turn around and say, oh, Kelly wants to throw the ball, but I want to run it. How you go through 17 games?
That's crazy.
And let this man, and you had the power of veto. I don't understand it.
Right.
But okay, I want to take you. Can I take you one step deeper than that one?
Yeah.
I want to take you one step of this one. When they fired the offense coordinator Kellen Moore, this is another problem I'm gonna have with the Cowboys. Just like you said, when the coach come out and say that kind of crap, and I've watched through 2 seasons, not even know when to throw the challenge flag, going forward 4th and 1 in the first quarter and that type of thing. It shows me that you don't really understand what's going on in the game. And not to take up for Dak, but I am kind of a Dak apologist. But if that's who you got leading you, you are bound to be inconsistent. He has had head coaches of Jason Garrett, Mike McCarthy with offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. And Dak was drafted in the 4th round and has the stats to say he is a top 5 quarterback. I cannot place the blame on Dak. When I have a coach that does not know when to call a timeout, does not know how to execute the 2-minute warning, and those type things.
So I got a question for Dana. Dana obviously got the best quarterback in the league on his squad. He drafted 1st round. Now we talked about this in the later podcast, how Dak is inconsistent. Now, do you cut him some slack because he is a 4th round quarterback? Or what's your expectations of that?
No, you know what? I mean, he's in the league just like the rest of the quarterbacks. Okay. So no, I don't cut him no slack. I mean, at the end of the day, you're a professional, and you're a professional on one of the best franchise in franchise history. Yeah. Right. So your expectations, they seen something in you that they said, okay, well, guess what? We want him to be, the face of the franchise. Well, so evidently, there is something there that's tangible for them to go forward. But at the end of the day, you have to make better decisions at better times. You can't, I mean, you just have to make better decisions. So, no, just because he was a 4th round or whatever it was, no, he should be playing better, man. And I don't, and if you look at the scope of the NFL now, back in the day when you had Baltimore, Chicago, they had all these great defenses. It was predicated on hey, the defense can win championships. Defense can win championships, and you can still kind of say that to be true now. But if you don't have a top tier quarterback,
right,
you're not gonna get there. You're not gonna win no championship.
I gotta disagree.
You're not gonna win.
I gotta disagree.
So,
Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl.
Right,
Williams
exactly.
run a Super Bowl. The guy for the Jacksonville, Brunell, won a Super Bowl. You don't have to have an elite quarterback, but what you do need is a coach that knows.
You do.
I better not let Trent Dilfer throw this mug 50 times. I better run the ball and play defense.
You do. You actually
and
do.
Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore and Jason Garrett have not understood that.
Right.
You say that's fair?
I mean, all from. I mean, I think it stopped with it. Jimmy Johnson and I think from coaches after that. I mean, they haven't just got it right in that coaching position, man. I mean, Jason Garrett was trash too.
Right, exactly.
So it's just a lot of like, you got to get you a coach. He don't want a real. Now, if he would have got, what's his name, who just went to Denver, Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Sean Payton won't have
that. Would have been good.
That would have been y'all coach right there.
Yeah.
Sean Payton would have got y'all where y'all need to go. But you can't have these yes man coaches like, Jerry. You can't run everything, dog.
And that's the point. And that's the point that I'm leading up to next is that, like Dana said, you do have to have a quarterback, right, to get there. Now you look at Nick Foles and you look at Peyton Manning when he won his, right. Two guys that are good quarterbacks, but the system and the good coaching got them there. And then at that point, you get into a low-scoring Super Bowl game. It's just a matter who got the last possession and then making the right plays via the coach and the system, right? If you're going to go there, right? It's just fortunate enough that Kansas City got both. They got a darn good coach and they got a goddamn good quarterback. So it's ready to happen, right? In the Cowboys situation, when you turn around looking, you're not going to ever have both at the same time because of Jerry Jones. Because Jerry Jones is not going to hire somebody that's going to do it his way. That's going to do it their own way. They're going to have to come and do it Jerry Jones' way. So all your goddamn offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, your head coaches keep looking over their shoulder. And that's just a situation that Jerry Jones wants. And that's unfortunate. So when you come down to the players looking like, man, these guys come out of college ready to make an impact and make a name for themselves. Okay, you get the star on your name. You get money right off the rip. So they cool with that. But then how do you step up and be a face of the franchise when your owner won't let you talk? Every time you think about Dak or Zeke, Jerry gonna jump in front of that camera quick. Wait a minute, hold up, this ain't y'all show. This is Jerry Jones show.
Jerry does the post-game conference, not the coach.
He the one that's going to ticket on Monday morning talking, not the player.
Right, not the coach.
I'm gonna get up on ESPN radio and talk. I don't want nobody talking for me, and that's crazy. He'll let them do the post-game stuff like that, but you can tell by what they talk. Everything they say was scripted remarks. You know what I'm saying?
I guess for me, more so than anything, again, I blame the front office way more than I blame Dak or any of that other stuff. Because again, Will McClay has drafted perennial Pro Bowlers every year. We're sending guys that they're saying future Hall of Famers and all of this type of stuff, and sending 10, 11 guys to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
But we're losing games. That is coaching.
Yeah, that's as a player, Dana, 3rd and 7. You got 3 minutes to the end of the game. You down by 5. Field goal ain't gonna get it. 30
Field goal ain't gonna get it.
30 to 37, you on the 42-yard line, you know what I'm saying, of the opponent. So you getting close to field goal range, but like I said, Who 37? Obviously, it's 4th-down territory. But who keeps the ball? Who's gonna have the ball?
You said 3rd and 7?
3rd and 7. You on the 42-yard line opponent.
And this is the Cowboys, right?
This is football.
Oh.
This is football. Any player.
This is football.
I mean, you got to put it in the air, man. You got to put it in the air to your best. You got to go like with us. I mean, everybody know we going Kelsey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We going Kelsey. We going to our bread and butter, and you just gonna have to stop it. You know what I'm saying? You have to. At the end of the day, if they doubling, then it all goes back to, for real. It all goes back to the quarterback. What can your quarterback do? He might have to run that piece. You know what I'm saying?
That's the point I was making.
He may have to run that piece.
You gotta live and die with your QB in that situation because he's the one that gotta control the game.
But I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, if anybody can tell me, and I'm saying in that situation that you just said, only 7 yards to a 1st down. If you can name over 5 quarterbacks that you think can, past 5 quarterbacks. We know you got your top 5. And I'm saying, for the sake of the argument, I want to slot Dak at number 6.
Okay.
If you can name the 7, 8, and 9, the rest quarterbacks to make the top 10 that can make a throw, the Dak is going to throw to Dalton Schultz for the 7 yards on the tight end if the coach called the play. I mean, I don't know what we're all looking at.
You know what? I wouldn't even throw the ball to Schultz because you know what? He's at the end of the day, he can make that throw, but they go key in on Schultz. I throw a halfback screen to y'all running back to Pollard. That's a bad brother, man. And he'll get that 7 yards, dog. He'll get that 7 yards.
When you rushing up the yard, and when you rushing up the field, you down by step 5, and you ain't got but Phil ain't gonna get it. You ain't finna give that team back the ball on no punt for first of all. You ain't about to kick no field goal. This is 4 down. Right. So this is what the Cowboys do, and it kills the crap out of me. And this is not coaching. This is not owner. This is a football play. As a quarterback, coach, you might as well shut that playbook up because I'm on the field. I'm gonna do what's best. You see what I'm saying? I've been playing guys for the whole dang game. I've been feeling this defense for the whole game. I don't figure out their tendencies. Shut it up. I'm doing this because you see Mahomes do it. You see all the greats do it. And if Dak is gonna get named in the great category, at some point you gotta look at that sideline like, hey, no, wait a hand up. No, I got this. Because like David said, the ball can go in the air, I'm gonna run it for 7. And when you start talking about quarterbacks after Dak, this is what they get paid to do, or supposed to get paid to do. Any quarterback should even throw that joke for 7 yards, or at least run it for 7 yards. Even guys because remember this 3rd down, if Brady take off for 4 and give you 3 or 4, at least on 4th down, I got a manageable 4th down for my running back. You see what I'm saying? But this is 7, do something. You don't turn the ball over. You don't sit back in the pocket trying to wait till folks get open and throw the ball 15 yards downfield and get an interceptor or throw it out of bounds. Or you don't sit around and try to wait and throw a little shuffle pass to your goddamn running back when he already in the backfield. Don't make no sense. This is what that Dak does. You know what I'm saying?
And again, I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses for that.
Because that's what it sounds like.
Again, but what I'm saying is, again, if you've been taught by Jason Garrett and Mike McCarthy, and you are a 4th round pick, you do not know what to do like Tom Brady is going to know what to do because Belichick has been teaching Tom Brady. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get it. No, I get it. I understand that.
Right. So I'm saying under the guidance that Dak has been getting, he is a top 5 quarterback. Now, again, it sounds like I'm making excuses for him. That's maybe because I'm a Cowboys fan. And, I always say this, I root brothers. And all brothers in all of these sports. So it's gonna be hard to get me the bag.
So let me ask you a question. So how long Dak been in the league?
Oh man, right off the top of my head, I don't even know. I want to say
6 or 7 years now.
Yeah.
6 or 7 years.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so he's been dealing with professional football for 6 or 7 years.
Right.
So regardless of who his coach was, if he didn't know this stuff, then he's been watching TV. I know this shit. You know this shit. You see what I'm saying? So everybody on here know this shit, nigga. If the defense break down, nigga, I'm going to get that 7.
Yeah.
Because you got all the ability to go get it, right? You got all the ability to go get it. But here's another question I would just want to ask y'all. And with that being said, how y'all offense is set up, do you think that y'all ran the ball enough?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So and the reason, and I don't think so either, because I think y'all had 2 really, really good running backs. Y'all had a short
3
yard.
good running back.
Okay, well 3. I think Zeke was a monster in the short game. You know, he don't have the burst that Tony Pollard had, but you work Tony Pollard, work Zeke. I mean, and then you play action.
Yeah.
But I just think that y'all got so caught up, and just like McCarthy said, you got caught up in the passing game, and now defense is figuring that out because y'all thinking, okay, we got a high power offense, but
McCarthy's trying to play like it was Kellen Moore's fault. But hey, man, I've never been to nowhere in life, no situation ever have I been in where, say, the vice principal take the blame and not the principal.
Exactly. No, exactly. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is Mike McCarthy bullshit.
Yeah.
Excuse my
language. He's full of shit.
Yeah, he's all full of it. So again, and I got Eric knows this too though. Mike McCarthy is garbage, and I have been saying this long before he even got to the Dallas Cowboys.
We all been knowing.
So let's get that out. I want to get that
out the middle of the season with Green Bay. This is because he was passing. We ain't done with the season yet. Go ahead and get this guy.
Right. So let's go ahead and get that out there in the metaverse. Let's let the metaverse know that I think Mike McCarthy is not worth 2 wooden nickels already in the barbecue pit. So that's kind of where all of this is going to stem from too. So again, that's why I will apologize if it sounds like I'm taking up for that. But again, I guess what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day, though, you know what? Y'all are a decision or 2 away, dog, from getting to the Super Bowl. I think so. Because y'all have the team. I think Dak will get better. And maybe it's coaching. Maybe it's quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Eric,
maybe it's both.
We can segue that right into where I think is going wrong right now. I already said it. So now we franchise. We just said we didn't run the ball enough.
Yeah.
So now we're coming into this season.
Yeah.
With a running back that's franchised, one of the highest paid running backs now, and he's coming off a horrific ankle injury.
Right.
We got Malik Davis, who I really feel like is real good, but we haven't seen him actually play yet.
Right.
Now going into the draft, what do? We need offensive linemen. We got rid of our only tight end that had ever caught a ball. I like Ferguson, the other tight end.
Yeah.
But he's we don't know nothing about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, we're supposed to be finna run the ball more. But we got a wide receiver that every time he has a concussion or 2 get traded. He had about 3 or 4 concussions.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like Dak got about a year or 2 of the Cowboys before he get cut.
And again, but does this sound like his fault?
No, it ain't his fault. It ain't his fault because this year this year, if y'all don't do anything this year, guess what? Guess who out? Guess who's gonna be the first one gone?
It should be Mike McCarthy.
That's who's gonna be the first one gone.
So Dan Quinn made a comment last season when they was asking him was he going to go and try to apply for some of these open head coaching jobs. He said, no, my work with the Cowboys ain't finished. Which leads me to believe that him and Jerry Jones had had a conversation about him staying there for him to potentially take over the head coaching job if Mike McCarthy don't get his act together. Which,
who is that?
It ain't about it together. It's already, the writing's on the wall that Dan Quinn going to probably be the next quarterback, could be next coach of it, because you seen Kellen Moore packing, because everybody thought it was going to be him. And then Dan Quinn, I mean, why would you not go and fight for a head coaching job and stay with the Cowboys? Unless you feel that, hey, me and Jerry Jones had a conversation that I will be running this thing in the next year or so. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like that's what it is to me. It all came out.
Now watch this. As a head coach, Mike McCarthy, see, you don't have no. Now I understand. We understand you're gonna make your check, so you're gonna stay until they send you back, and I get it. But again, like I said, out the jump, we're talking about they already had his offensive coordinator and brought him in, and now they already got the guy that's gonna backdoor him out of there.
Yeah,
you know. Now, okay. Now, how many of these players is going to listen to this head coach? How much control of this? How much this organization is finishing to lose, man?
Yeah, exactly.
And this was coming from a Cowboys fan. I'm telling you. Yeah. Okay. And this is just talking about the product and the players that they putting on the.
Yeah.
Let's not mention that you overpaid Gallup off of an injury,
bruh. I don't know if I told you this. But I took a trip this back when they was playing in San Antonio, and they had their training camp a few years ago, several years ago. This back when Wade Phillips was their coach, right? I went to a training camp for a week, and I watched them out there. And bruh, their team is so divided. Now I know you have the wide receivers with the wide receivers, the DBs with the DBs, the linebackers with the linebackers, you know, and so forth and so on. Everybody, you know, do their own little practice and go through their scheme. But bruh, it's like watching them from the stands, looking at them go through their own little practice, and then when finally the whistle blows and then they all come together and start running their scrimmages with each other, stuff like that, that's normal. But when you see off the field, because we was down in San Antonio and we had the same hotel they was in, you know what I'm saying, down, and I'm talking about after the game, I mean, these guys are not hanging out with each other. Other than like the wide receivers with the wide receivers, the running backs, running back. That's how divided it was. You know what I'm saying? And just their energy when they on the field together at the same time, they're literally not talking to each other. And that come together and trying to use this synergy. It's like there is no synergy with the Cowboys, because at the end of the day, I think they was proud to get the star on their helmet and they all gonna get their check and they gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's a mindset that Jerry Jones has created with that organization, because how do you stand out being a pro Cowboy player when, and like Dana said, when, you know, when it's got to come down from the management, like followership reflect leadership, right? Is that divided in the front office? Jerry Jones ain't letting up on nothing. His son is basically just don't know what to do. It just trickles all down. Like I said, head coach and the goddamn coordinators can't get on. Dan Quayle pretty much came out and said, I'm running for this man's job. So how do you coach a team after that? And that's just the way the energy is. And so why not? And that's why these players, that's why Zeke held out. I'm gonna hold out for more money, you know, instead of get more guaranteed money, because the writing's on the wall. And that's the reason why I love when Emmitt Smith came out and he said, hey, the NFL stand for not for long. Get your money. Because
get your money. Absolutely.
And I said, I'm proud that Emmitt Smith, who's still a Cowboy alum, who ain't afraid to come out there and say that. You know what I'm saying? Get your money. Because you ain't gonna money. Yeah.
Cause that's how he know that they got rid of, shipped him on out of there. Same Jones shipped Tony Dorsett out of there. He gonna get you out of there, baby.
Yeah.
That just he gonna get you out of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that should be common sense for these guys. See, obviously, I got partners, you know, friends that'll tell me, G, you not a win, or you will be one of the guys on the team that's selfish. And I tell them, no, I wouldn't. I would absolutely pass the ball to everybody and want everybody to shine. What I'm saying is, when I go in there to talk to the GM, I'm talking to him as Johnny G Incorporated, is talking to the Dallas Mavericks Incorporated. You
Yeah,
see what
yeah.
I'm
Right.
saying? And we
Yeah,
are
it is a
going into
business, man.
business.
Yeah.
This
It's a
is no
business.
right.
It is
This
a
is.
business.
I don't want to hear nothing about teammate Super Williams over there business. That's not.
Right.
I'm not in here, man. The only way. Well, Mr. Williams gonna have to go out of business to you that much. You know,
Right.
no, Mr. Williams gonna go into business in another city.
So Dana, with that
Right.
mindset, how do you fight teammate, the media calling you selfish? How do players fight that?
Well, you know, I think in my personal opinion, like all of the older guys, they didn't understand that. Even from Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, all of those old Emmett, all of those, they didn't understand that when you playing for the NFL, you are a businessman.
Yeah,
And I think LeBron trailblazed that, man.
absolutely.
He kind of brought that to the forefront to be like, you know what? Hey, I'm a business myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna just put me out here just because and I'm just kind of going off topic a little bit. Like with Cleveland. Well, Cleveland, if you don't want to get nobody to win a championship with me, I'm going to Miami.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As an organization, with the Cowboys, you have to set up. You gotta try to win it. You gotta try to want to win a Super Bowl. You gotta try to bring pieces in to want to win a Super Bowl. If not, then you gonna have players on your team to be like, oh, especially the ones who want to win. Oh, they don't want to win. Okay, well, I'm just gonna I'm negotiate and get my money. I want my money because, like old boy said, oh, this is, you know, the writing's on the wall. They ain't really trying to do nothing anyway.
Right.
You know how they go get rid of the running backs and saying we're gonna run this year, but you're getting rid of the running backs, and now you go get Brandon Cooks.
Right.
On,
and the running back you signed to the franchise tag, ankle is broke.
Right.
Ankle
Now,
is broke.
Now, G. So like Dana said, okay, LeBron James obviously got the skill and the talent to negotiate his own terms. And so if you're a team and you just sat there and deal with the whole LeBron James sweepstakes and you got him. Now, when you look at somebody like an Iman Shumpert, he really ain't got no leg to stand on. You know what I'm saying?
No, right.
Exactly.
How does that fare with other players? Because other folks are like, man, look, I want more playing time, I want more money, but we like, man, we'll let you walk for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
what this?
You have to be a top tier player to open your mouth.
Okay.
Really?
Well, you gonna negotiate your price. See, you gonna have to know your own worth.
Right.
That's gonna be the first thing.
You gotta know your market value.
Because even back in the 80s, Michael Jordan was trailblazing when Magic Johnson and Larry Bird were trailblazing with their Converse. Now, it wasn't as big as LeBron and per se Jordan, but what I'm saying is see, it was guys on that team. They knew damn well they wasn't going to be getting paid as much as that rookie named Michael Jordan that was going between his legs, dunking on motherfuckers, and they've been in the league 10 years.
Yeah.
Because they knew they were. Yeah,
Yep.
And you just got to do your thing. Because Jordan was able to go in there and say, hey, man, I got shoes. I wear my clothes bag, and I come through there everything. I wear gold chains when I come. I'm the swaggest thing y'all have ever seen.
Yeah, and they still traded his ass.
Yeah.
They still traded him, but guess what? He didn't understand, and his lawyers or who his agents didn't understand about a no trade clause.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you got cats coming out and say, well, you can't just trade me just when you want to trade me.
Right.
I got a no trade clause in my contract. So now you got the new cats coming up like you can't do that.
But watch this. Back to this though. Like them Eli Manning. That would be they don't ever do in basketball. I don't believe. You don't hear about it as much. But I guarantee you, even in their old age, when they trade Gary Payton to Utah Jazz or some bullshit, and he say, man, whatever, I'm not going over there.
Yeah.
And guess what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Utah gonna get his shit and send it back into where he'll go.
Yeah.
That's where I think when hey,
that's Westbrook.
Well, I say, it's about being your own business. It's about being your own.
Gary Payton done walked this up around the league till he got a championship. He gonna follow LeBron James 2 seasons and got a championship.
Right.
Don't get me well. Okay, what y'all say? I'm not gonna be like no goddamn Charles Barkley and what I want. I ain't gonna.
John Stockton, no way.
I ain't got to get it again. Well, you what Karl Malone tried to do it. It didn't work out. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't work out.
He worked out for Saul, but Gary Payton said, I ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna find me a goddamn ring.
I'm gonna find somebody.
Find me a ring. Yeah.
So, G, and this actually for both y'all. So when you look at Dak, obviously Dak is he is the highest paid on the Cowboys organization. But Dak don't put no fear in none of guys' heart in their mind because they're like, you got Michael Parsons, you got Diggs, you got all these other guys, CD Lamb. Like I can easily take over and be the franchise guy and be the face of the franchise because Dak really just. I mean, he know that's Jerry's boy, but at the end of the day, they always trying to fight for that number one spot, right? So there's no fear there. But when you look at a Kansas City, you talking about a guy who's making the most on the team and is constantly every season proving his money, proving his worth. How do you then, Dana, as a Kansas City Chief guy, look back and like, man, I want to take a little piece of that Mahomes money, but I can't. So I know what's on the table. I know what our salary cap is. How do I go off and negotiate a deal that I know that they probably ain't gonna get me because they ain't gonna take nothing from this guy unless he choose to?
Well, it's just like the Patriots, man. You know, a lot of them cats want to go to the Patriots because they wanted to win. Even Tom Brady took pay cuts. And then you had all the what's names came over there. What's the receiver? Pay me in cash, homie. All of them cats, they went to the Patriots.
You talking about not Odell, but Antonio Brown.
You had what's his name back in the day? I think of his name.
Randy
Moss. All of them cats, they went to go try to win a championship. And so now with the Chiefs, because Pat Mahomes got the bulk of the money. But at the end of the day, if you want to try to win a championship, then that's kind of what they selling over there.
Right. So you can let go some of them young guys that won't big contracts and let them go and go get you a proven veteran that's gonna take less money.
Well, at the end of I think we were trying to get a veteran now, but I think that this guy, man, our GM, man, he's so savvy, man. He's going young, man. You see, we just got rid of everybody, man.
Yeah, I know.
We just got rid of everybody. And I'm looking like, God damn, how we gonna make it again this year, man? What the fuck are you doing, dog?
Right. No, you
I'm like, what are you doing? You know, but at the end of the day, I trust Brett Veach, man, and he's real smart because he found Pat Mahomes. He found all of these players, man. Even with Tony, he picked up Tony at the end. At the middle of the end of the season. So we are looking for another number one receiver. Odell Beckham out there. They talk about D-Hop possibly. So, I don't know, but you know what? If it was me as a Cowboys GM, I'm going for Lamar, baby. I'm saying, okay, guess what? What you want? You got whatever you want.
Oh, you talking about Lamar Jackson?
Don't touch my defense. Don't touch my defense. You can have what you want.
Hold on.
Straight up.
Dana, talk about that for a second. You say as a Cowboy GM, you going out to Jackson?
I'm going out to Lamar, baby.
Wow. Okay, explain that to me. That's crazy.
I want to hear this one.
The reason why I say that is because I think Lamar will open that offense up so much because you need that. You need that dual threat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that he will open that offense up so quick, man. And then, like boy just said, you gotta have somebody out there you respect. I don't think them cats even respect Dak like that. You know what I'm saying? You got some killers on that defense, nigga. And I ain't gonna listen to this little old soft ass quarterback who can't make these fucking decisions.
Right.
And now you on the podium saying, yo, I gotta do better. Yeah, you fourth round, and I get it, but Lamar's out there, dog.
Watch this.
And these owners then corroborated and saying, okay, don't nobody pay him this money. They done all got together, man, because there's a lot of teams that want Lamar and need Lamar. And Lamar know that. And the reason why they doing that is because he's being his own agent and he know his work. Like boy said, he know his work. You can't
Exactly.
give old boy 200-something million guaranteed. He ain't near better than Lamar. Not near.
Who's not near? Okay, by comparison. And I like Lamar Jackson. I like all the brothers. I'm gonna be honest. I like them.
Yeah.
What I feel like, again, it's like Little League coaching. You have to coach that team in a manner to its strength to win.
Yep. No, I get it.
And you at least need to know your personnel and when to call a timeout and what plays you got in your playbook. That's coaching.
I can coach if we get Lamar. If the Cowboys get Lamar, dog, I can coach the Cowboys.
I think everybody coach.
You don't need a McCarthy. I can coach the Cowboys.
But what I'm telling you, as constructed, you don't have enough running backs to use Lamar effectively. You are going to get him killed. We can't run. You have to have a running game to work Lamar. Now watch this. Now if you standing back there and make him throw like that, that gonna beat him 100 times. He cannot throw as good as that. Lamar Jackson has won 3,000 yards season.
But the thing,
just one.
Okay, but
in his 5 years.
But the thing about it is, but the thing about it is, he makes better decisions than Dak.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen to what I'm saying.
He makes better decisions. He knows when to run. He knows when to run. He's only making
20 to 25 passes a game.
Gee, yeah. And I will say this. About Dak, because this is a stat that I'm so sick of when it comes down to Dak, about him leading the league in passing yards. But we talked about this earlier. Of course, you're gonna lead the league in passing yards when you're passing the ball 90% of the goddamn time. You're supposed to. But if that don't lead to winning, and then you start looking at your player a high passer rating, then what are we talking about? How you gonna beat? It's like that one year when him and Winston ranked number 1 and number 2 as being number 1 and number 2 passing yards, and they both was number 1 and 2 when it came down to interception. That's a stat to me. It's just like, we don't need to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at Jackson, we looking at, okay, his passing yards. When you add rushing yards to that, he's a baller and he's a winner. That's all I'm saying. That's all you can ask for.
Listen, what I'm saying is if Customato was telling the legendary Mike Tyson, we're gonna come in there and just jab niggas to death. We ain't gonna punch them. We ain't gonna kick their ass like how I know we supposed to. We gonna jab them 1 million times. It was gonna be some time Mike Tyson gonna get his ass knocked out, and we would never see it. That's what I'm saying is the problem with that. They got him throwing it 50 times. I'm saying if they ran the ball like how they in Lamar, you put Lamar that with the Ravens where they're running the ball 40 times a fucking game, he kills.
But the only thing about that is that when he's running the ball, it's him that's running it.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Baltimore has 2 capable running backs.
Yeah, but that year that J.K. Dobbins went out, he carried the load for the team in running. When J.K.
but they didn't have no number 1. They didn't really have no number 1 receiver either, did they?
No,
they had Marquise. That year we're talking about they had Marquise Brown.
The ball. You hear me? You only need a Michael Irvin, a possession. When you're a running team, you don't need Randy Moss. People are asking for too much.
You're right.
Team, you need Michael Irvin, a possession receiver. So when it's time to get a first down, you need a possession receiver and a tight end.
Yeah.
If you're going to average 4 yards a carry, you only need 2 or 3 more yards.
They do got a good tight end with Mark Andrews, but like I say, I don't know. I mean, they got some capable receivers. They need some.
And Lamar is good. Again, I'm not saying that Lamar Jackson is not good. I don't want to make that an argument.
Oh no.
The comment he made was that he would, as he was GM of the Cowboys, he would go get Lamar Jackson. And I more than agree with that statement.
I would. That's just me. That's just me. That's just my selfish person. That's my personal selfishness. You know, I would, especially, I mean, check this out. If you would have had your running back still intact, and I get what you're saying, big dog. If you still had your running backs intact, then
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, if you had your running backs intact, you kind of really wouldn't even need him for real.
Right.
Because now you leaving him as a pocket pass. But now you saying, okay, well, guess what? I got this upcoming year. You know, you'll have Tony Pollard healthy. He'll be all right. I think Tony Pollard will be ready to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's gonna carry the load. But you don't need no top tier running back. You need somebody who can get you, little power back. Go get you 3 or 5 yards.
Yeah.
With Tony Pollard. But then you put Lamar in there, and now you got CeeDee Lamb.
All you needed was 3 yards. All you need is 3 yards. Look, 3. And I'm not saying that you give Zeke the ball all 3 times, but if Zeke averaged 3 yards throughout the whole season, that's 1,000 yards. 1,000 yards is not hard to get.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying 1,000 yards is no big accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
You get 1,000 yards of Zeke in those tough, hard fight yards. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You restructure his deal. I'm not saying you keep giving him the high dollar. You know, you restructure his deal, But if you could have got his numbers, the money-wise where you want it. Now I'm just talking about the salary cap.
I'm going to tell you one of the most embarrassing post-game interviews I heard opponent give the Cowboys. This was about 3 years ago, and I forget what team it was. But matter of fact, it was a playoff game. Matter of fact, it was a playoff game against San Francisco a few years ago. And they did the post-game, and that's when Dak threw the interception at the end of the game. And this is what the guy said. I can't remember his name, but he said they ran it. He said when they had lined up on that third down, we saw their lineup, and we looked around. We said they ran this play earlier in the game, so we knew exactly where it was going. So it was a no-brainer. And they went and got the ball. Yeah, that's embarrassing to an organization when when you become that predictable. Yeah, it's one thing to like Kansas City will line up a certain way just to throw them off and think and then go a completely different way. That's why Patrick Mahomes, the king of no looking. You know what I'm saying? He'll have you thinking you're doing something and show you the exact same look, play out the play, but do something different. As a quarterback, when you sitting there and the game is on the line and your coordinator's calling a play that you ran early, you got to be super dumb or arrogant to think that we gonna get the playoff. This is a playoff game. This one, everybody is they head is on tight. How do you run that exact same play, the exact same way? I can not even flip it. You could at least flip it, but no, the exact same way.
Eric, listen to this. We're talking about a coach that lined up easily, probably the third best running back ever in the history of your organization. In his last play, instead of going for a Hail Mary, you line him up at the center. Now, I'm just saying that got to be the most dumbest, disrespectful. You mean the real center couldn't have snapped that? The backup center couldn't have snapped that? We ain't had no protection for him. The linebacker's finna kill him. We ain't got no better sense. We ain't had no other option. We couldn't have let the backup, the third wide running back do this. We couldn't figure out how to let the backup linebacker do this. Nobody. We gonna see Zeke out there. Come on, man. And this is absolutely showing that the coach has no idea and has no control.
And that goes all the way back to we need a field goal to win the game, and then Tony Romo goes out there and beat a snapper. You know what I'm saying? Be the holder.
Oh my God.
Like I say, it's the repetitive nature. It's like we can blame Dak, we can blame McCartney, but this has been something institutionalized by the Cowboy organization that in critical times we do dumb shit. It's just like that's what we do.
That's that Jerry Jones curse.
Right there, man. This is a good point to end it on, man. But I appreciate you guys jumping in on it. But Dane, before you go, you got any last words about them Cowboys, man?
Man, low key, man, I think the Cowboys is a really good team, man. I think they got a really, really good defense. And just like old boy said, man, I mean, it's coaching, man. And if you don't have the direction from the coach, man, and the scheme, man, you kind of really just really just out there. So, but I mean, good luck to the Cowboys, man,